What's up guys? So I'm back in the shop. I have one of my favorite clients in the chair because I love taking care of this particular look on him, and we've developed a new style that he's been rocking for quite some time, so I want to show you guys how I get through it. So I have my client in the chair, Jaime, and he does a lot of traveling. So what I like to do is create a haircut that has a lot of longevity. So we've developed a style that we can take down to the skin. We do a fade and then we transition it into the length up top. I am gonna trim the top. I'm gonna part this section here where it's disconnected. I'm gonna keep this part a little bit fuller, and we are gonna blend it into the fade, and I'm gonna show you how I take it down to the skin.
So we'll get started in the back of the nape area, which is closer to the neckline. The first clipper that I'm going to use is called the Balder from Wall. This is designed to take the bulk out. So if you are dealing with a lot of hair, you can really get close to the skin a lot faster and prep for the fade if you are taking the haircut down to the skin. I suggest start in the back and work your way from side to side like how I'm doing now. Now I'm moving on to my second machine. This is the Wall Magic Clipper. So I'm using a size 0, that's when the two blades are aligned, and I'm moving out of the area where we just left off from the previous clipper. So I started at 0, now I want to turn the lever up to a half, so it creates a half size larger, and I want to continue working my way out of the previous section that I just worked out of. So here's where we get to transition into the longer part of the haircut. So we left off with the 0. What I have right now is a half. So I get to transition into a fuller length, and which is the next step. I'm going to grab a 1 clip, which is what I have on the clipper now. And I'm going to continue this transition into the longer length of the haircut. With the number 1 attachment, you're able to transition short haircuts like down to the skin into the longer length. So I'm going to turn the lever up to a 1.5 so I can continue stretching out this fade. We're going to now move on to adding a number 2 attachment to the clipper. This number 2 clip allows us to continue to blend from the 1.5 into a larger length without taking too much bulk out. So we're going to stop with the number 2 and we're going to move on to a 1.5. And this is to polish off the fade. I'm going to work my way down to a 1 and then even a half if I need to. To take the haircut a lot tighter, I'm going to use an Andis electric razor, so that way I can blend it a lot tighter down to the skin. And I'm going to start just below where the 0 and the half meet, and then I can blend right into where I left off. I'll be using the detailer trimmer to blend from where I just left off with the electric razor right into the 0. So if you ever feel like maybe there's a weight line still left over, this is going to help to guide you out of that. Now let's move on to the bulk just above the fade. For this, I'll be using the Johnny B Fade Comb and the Babyliss Pro Volare X2 clipper. What's nice about this transition from the fade into the length is you can really customize how much you're going to be cutting off and how smooth you want that transition. Once you finish the clipper over comb work, it's going to be time to reshape and trim the top. I know we all have our own preference on where we start and how we cut length. I like to start in the front and I create the guide, and I like to work the guide all the way towards the back of the crown. Then what I'll do is I'll pull that exact same section up, continue working that guide towards the back of the crown, but really what I'm doing is double checking the work and leveling out the top. Depending on the style that your client's going to be wearing, it will determine on how you layer the haircut. What I'm doing right now is layering the length into the fade. This section that I'm grabbing is disconnected from the longer length, but I still want to blend it into the fade. Use your thinning shears to soften the corner. It does help if your client's hair is straight. For this look, we are going to use a razor on the length. It's going to allow us to soften the hair, and also on straight hair, it allows for some more movement and flexibility. I'm going to grab my trimmer one more time to really define the part in the hair. I will grab a quality shaving cream, especially if I'm going to be shaving on the scalp. I want to be able to prevent any ingrown hairs or razor bumps, and also you want to be able to glide the razor through the actual part that you created. After the haircut, we're going to give a nice wash. I'm going to do some exfoliation and also some conditioning on the hair and the scalp. Let's remember how to show our clients how to style their hair. It's important to show our clients how to use a blow dryer before they add any product. I'll be using Clash for this style. It's a very challenging product, so if your clients aren't used to using pomades, show them how to use it. It's going to give your client a minimal shine, but a lot of flexibility if they want that touchable, wearable hold. This vent brush called Feels is an at-home styling tool. This is our last and very important step. We want to grab an aftershave to tighten up the skin and close the pores because we did take the haircut really tight.
Evolved throughout the years. He used to come in with short hair, we used to taper his haircut, and now we've developed this new style that's very conservative but still pretty tight. So hopefully this video has helped you out. Stay tuned for the next video, and remember to subscribe. Thanks for the support.